Okay, so here's a little thread of comments I'm going to read before it disappears. So this is on Liz K and Molly G. You got some splaining to do. So I said I think most of this was due to sports, and it was intertwined with Wazoo and Michigan. Not saying they're directly involved, but one of their bros is a well-known football player. I don't know. What do you guys think? Liz was basketball and volleyball, Xana volleyball, and I think Dylan was too. Allegedly Bethany soccer, Ashlyn volleyball and basketball. I think that that's not mentioning all the boy sports. And with the volleyball coach thing going on right now, it kind of makes sense. I totally believe that was LK with the guys at 12:25. All just speculation, but dang, what they won't do for the team. How's that go? She took one for the team? Yikes. So then I get this from Mindwell. Thank you guys for all your comments. By the way, you guys are awesome. If the secret was our teammates are using steroids, it would jeopardize a lot of careers and cash. Hudson Lindow, sports and friends, great loss. Poor Hudson. Oh my God. I can't even go there. I'll start crying. You guys know I'll start crying. I won't stop. User Deb, great work, Bubbly. Include facts that Liz K and Molly G exchange a Venmo at 3:30, which they did. And it appears Adam L is cozy with Sabrina B, U of I soccer, who is a roommate of 1122 King Road. So much fuckery in this case. Smells of cover-ups, corruption, money, power, and influence. Hell yes, it does. And it's even getting deeper. And it's even getting scarier because these people have money. They have their own private planes and helicopters and everything else. They got more money than Daddy Green. That's scary. Diane Elkins. Which I find interesting because two of the guys that were arrested on the same day that BK was arrested, one of the last names was Elkins, and I did some deep dive on that, and those guys weren't involved. As far as I can tell, they weren't involved. So I've taken that one off the table a long time ago, but I think it's interesting that you've got the same last name. That's kind of cool. So, at the very beginning, I tried to get people to look at Liz K and Jack K. My opinion, Kim is none other than the famous Wazoo Kim. That's right, Kim Katovich. She tried to throw people off by saying her kids went to Wazoo, even changed their names and everything, but if you go listen to what she said before, it all makes sense. Liz K is also on Greek Row. A while back, there was a police report where a lady called about blood being on the wall at the laundromat. And if you go listen, Kim states that her daughter's roommate had her boyfriend spend the night, and she was the alibi for one of them, and that they threw bloody clothes in the washing machine. Paraphrasing the last part, because I can't remember if Kim saw the clothes or her daughter told her, but something along that line. Yes, I remember that one, but for sure. So Marty, how can you confirm Kim is their mother? This is already enough speculation. So if you are convinced, try to substantiate it. I also think there's more to the Venmo playings, and if it was authentic Jack K reaction, best weekend ever, was bizarre. I'm searching for weeks to find a video that JLR made in the first weeks of the crime, where he reported that Jack K had a white Elantra or his BFF. I can't find it anymore. That's so strange. Well, here's the thing, is that I heard in the very beginning that Jack K was this rideshare driver, and he has a blue car. And I see a blue car in the window. I don't see a white car. So there's that. Plus, Liz has a white car. She's got it in all of her sorority pictures. She's very proud of it, it seems, too. And wouldn't that make sense? The Venmo at 3:30. And guess when the car shows up? Well, it was getting close to being 3:31, but they were pretty much on time. Angel Hall. The persons that did this needs help. Oh yes, for sure. I'm really big time. And like, here's the thing: is it's all wrapped around the agricultural business. Like everybody really has agricultural ties, and from the very beginning, I don't know why. Probably because that's what that town is known for. Like that university is known for, is the agricultural department. And And that's what, I mean, you think about it, and that is a big part of their stuff. And then I came across the cloning of the mule, like the first successful cloning of a mule, and that is the Idaho lab. And now they're racing these mules. They're racing mules is what they're calling them, which sucks. Because first of all, they don't like to move fast. They're hard workers, and they'll work hard for you all day long, but moving fast is not their forte. So you know dang well they have to be doing something to get those animals to move in racing form, and that makes me sick to my stomach. And God only knows how many they've cloned now and what they're doing. I mean, they're making money off racing, cloning these racing mules and forcing them to race when that's not what they want to do. They have to be beating them. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I don't want to think that way. But I grew up on a farm, and so I kind of know that they don't like to race. They don't like to move fast at all. And when you try to get one, they'll just stand solid wherever they are. They won't even move for you. And so what they're doing to get them to move, I don't even want to know. I really don't. I could start crying right now again, just thinking about it. It makes me so sick. So Angel says, I still am thinking about what people were saying about Lurch, and David, something about a big fight. Maybe it started there. I think there were so many different things involved in this. I think there's different reasons for different things. And I think it was just a big mess of stuff. I think that people in that house, the four in that house, they were aware of things that they didn't like what was happening. And I think they had a soul. Each one of them had a soul, a good one. And they couldn't, like, what was going on and what has been going on and what continues to go on, they couldn't live with. And they may have been talking about it or whatever, but you know what? There you go. They took an oath of silence, of secrecy, right? And in my opinion, the brothers and the sisters didn't like that very much, that they weren't even participating in the houses anymore. From what I get from it and from all the pictures, you can tell. I mean, and Xana, in my opinion, was never really what you would call a sorority girl, that me kind of girl. I mean, they all, it's just like, even in Xana's posts that she did, her comments back and forth, she never said stuff like queen. For her to say queen, I mean, every once in a while she would say it like in some of her things, but I only think she said it because, I don't know why she said it, because I don't know why she fell to what they were doing, because that just doesn't seem like Xana to me. But maybe she had to for a certain part of it. I mean, I was watching a video, you guys, it was crazy. This girl, she is a sorority girl, and she's not your typical sorority girl. You could tell just by looking at her and by how she did her video. And I'll have to find that and see if I can make a video of it, because it was really good. She broke down what you need to do in order to survive in a sorority. And one of them was the comments. How you have to do the comments and live up to who they think you are. And, oh, I love you. And, oh, you're so pretty. And, oh, you're just, I mean, no, you're the princess. No, you're the, I mean, on and on and on and on. It's all the same thing. You read through any of those damn sorority things, and it's the same freaking thing. I mean, I could read them to you, but you guys would be bored out of your minds. I mean, you'd be plugging your ears with the most cotton you could find in the house. Literally. I mean, it's that bad. I mean, it's so like, ugh. It's so, I mean, let's just break it down, all the pictures and stuff they do. Well, we'll be breaking it down, because I'll be showing them to you. So yeah, I mean, I think there's something to that. I don't know if I mean, I'm kind of thinking on the lines now that here's the thing. I think Loach and Xana dated before Ethan and Xana dated. And that's part of my thing. I'm just trying to find the photos on it. I've seen them, but they disappear as fast as I see them. And they disappear off my phone. So try to chew on that one for a while. They certainly do, yes. Interesting that, this is Carolyn. Interesting that JD and Adam's separate alibi as stated by Wazoo Kim as a major footballer. The major footballer. So you know who that is? You think about it. Let's see, Mind Will said, right? Is that who? No, wait. Hold on. Not that one. Okay, hold on. This one? No, hold on. I'm getting there. This one. Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, Diane. Is it Diane or Diana? Diana. So, Diana says, okay. So, let me go back down to, okay, Diana. Same, okay. Okay, no, where was I at here? Okay, yeah. I'm going to have to read that one up there again, though. So, yeah, so as Wazoo Kim stated, as a major footballer, you guys remember that when she said that? So that would also link the LK and the JK. And get this, the house, the lake house that they're all playing on, that all the photos are in, where Ethan's, you know, waterboarding, oh my God, Freudian slip, excuse me, blah, blah, blah. So, jeez, think about that. They're all out there. That's the lake house. What happens at that lake house? Kaylee's got pictures of her on that deck of that lake house too, where she's using a knife to open up a cork on a champagne bottle. I wonder if that's where some hazings go on. Maybe Kaylee passed it. Maybe she, you know, got through the hazings, and that's what the champagne bottle was for. I don't know. I'm pure speculation. I mean, that's kind of what we have to do in this case, because no one is telling anything, and it's also secretive, and there's so much money involved. So much money, you guys. I mean, oh lordy. Like I said, when they're flying around in, you know, private planes and helicopters, yeah, there's a little bit of money involved. So fair enough. I did go back and put in my opinion. Okay, so that's a person up here that's harping about. Let me see. That was Marty, which is, you know, speculation. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to say that, especially now, because I mean, we've always had to say that, right? And I say it a lot, but maybe I don't say it enough. But this is all, you know, our opinions, what we have, because we don't have anything else. And these are things that we've dug into and found out. I don't know about you guys, but I've done some deep diving, accidentally found things that I didn't even know I was looking for, and happened upon them, stumbled, bing, down I went, right down that hole again. And so this is all kind of nuts, really kind of nuts that this actually goes on in our world. You know, I knew, you know, you always know something like that goes on, right? You know that there's things like this that happen, like that money talks, you know, and this is showing it right now. This case right here is unbelievable. And when I was thinking about the agricultural thing, how it was wrapped around, you know, agriculture and farming, you think about people on farms, and I know this because my grandmother was one tough cookie. I mean, tough cookie that lady was. I mean, I was deathly afraid of the stump that was out by the chicken house, because it was covered in red and feathers, and it smelled to high heaven. Oh, when it got wet, ugh. And when it, like, in the heat, holy crap. And out by that same chicken coop off to the other side was where they'd hang the deer, you know, to season them. And at that time, I didn't know what it was because I was just a kid, right? I didn't really understand any of that. Didn't want to either. Didn't want to see it. Didn't want to smell it. Didn't want to know about it or anything. Well, I accidentally ran into it one day. That gave me nightmares for years. So, but the chicken and the axe, the hatchet that's you know, always in that stump, that's always red on the blade. It's just part of the living. They do that stuff automatically. So you know, chopping the head off of a chicken, excuse me how I'm going to tell you this, but doing that is just normal to them, you know. And then you've got the slaughterhouses of cows and sheep, lamb, and goats. So they castrate pigs and all this kind of stuff, and I mean, it's just part of living on a farm. And so if you think about it, some of the stuff that we're hearing would come natural to the ones that are up in the agricultural areas and going to school for that kind of thing. And it makes sense. So I did go back and put in my opinion, but I have been following the Idaho4 since the very beginning, and I have done a lot of my own research. Now, from what I know, Liz K and Jack K both attend U of I, and Liz has a big part in her sorority, the same one Kaylee attended, which is interesting to me how they didn't even speak to each other at the grub truck. Well, okay, so I don't even know if Liz was there, but I do know Molly was there, and someone keeps saying that's not Molly, the color purple or something, and by golly, that's Molly. I didn't expect for that to happen come out of my mouth. It just kind of happened. By golly, that's Molly. If I didn't laugh, I'd cry, you guys. Oh my God. Also, Marty, it's just very interesting. If you go back and listen to Wazoo Mom's story, you will find all the same similarities that I have. Also, I do know 100% their mom's name is Kim K. Now as the ride share, I believe it was Jack K. If you go back to the grub truck and look behind Molly and Liz, you can see the reflection of the white car pick someone up and see it leave the same time as KG and MM leave. So I do believe they got into the white car. Marty, I agree with you. I also remember hearing JK had a white Elantra. So I see something different. I see the blue car. I see a blue car, and I tried to see a white car, and I couldn't see it in there. I saw the blue one, and from the beginning, it was said that JK owns a blue one and that he was the rideshare driver. I mean, I'll never forget that, because when that came out, who they're saying is the rideshare driver, or the one before that, or whoever they say, they don't even know, or they don't want us to know, so they keep changing it. But that I was shocked, because I always thought it was JK. So I was like, what? What happened there? So then Carolyn. Interesting, too, that JD and Adam's separate alibis as stated by Wazoo Mom as a major footballer. Exactly. So Liz dates a major football guy, right? Mm-hmm. Which I found interesting that was scrubbed. Like, it's just now popping back up, the stuff that's showing these photos of them together. Same with Molly and her guy, and also with, what you doing, girl? With Grace and hers. What? Come here. What you doing? She never meows. What are you doing? What? You went out there? Say yeah. Oh, yeah. You actually said it. That's awesome. Okay, come on. You want to go? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. She actually said yes. That was awesome. She said yeah. She didn't say yes. She likes her slang. Come on. Want to go? There you go. That was hilarious. Okay, so back to this. Okay, sorry for the interruption, but it was much welcome on my side. Okay, so I have also thought that K.M. Bauer is Wazoo Kim also. Who or Kim K. Bauer? Who's that? Interesting. Okay. True Crime Tarot. Linda Lane footage, people getting dropped off. It looks like they are taping NIKVES on their arms around their waist. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah. And you can hear the tape in the Linda Lane thing. You can hear the roll of tape, like a tape gun or duct tape roll. And lo and behold, goon tape is all over this. I mean, I think they even mention in some of the Sigma Chi videos, they mention goon tape. Like somewhere in there, I've seen them mention goon tape. I mean, it's like, really? Here's the thing. Did they think they could scrub this to the point that no deep divers like us would see this stuff? And they did tend to bring it back. I mean, they're so they they scrubbed all their stuff off. They got deleted all their stuff, or hid it or whatever. However they do that, I don't even know. But I mean, Sigma Chi went 2 years back in their posts 2 years back. And then when it's trickling back in, as it's doing, and has been for a little while now, obviously they're taking certain ones out. For instance, you don't see hardly any pictures of Ethan. Ethan should be all over there if he was so well loved. So should Hudson. That wasn't too long ago when Hudson was still alive. Not at all. He should still be in those photos. And I, quite frankly, have not found one photo of Hudson in any of those Sigma Chi. I haven't seen a picture of Hudson anywhere on any of those fraternity chapter sites. Nothing. So if anybody finds any of that, please steer me in that direction. Save it, send it to my email, however you got to do that. That'd be great. Because I really like to know more about Hudson. It's kind of elusive. It's like he's like this, mystery. His mother, I think, did really good, kind of a neat little memorial thing for him on one of the Greek Row chapter sites or pages or whatever, and welcomed, invited everybody to come to it, and I didn't deep dive too much in that at the time. I should have when I saw it, because now I don't even know where I saw it at. I'm sure I could probably find it if I spent, some serious time doing it. There's just, at this point, man, there is so much, and all of a sudden everything's just blowing up. Like there's something everywhere right now. I feel like I'm just like surrounded by information, and you can't get it out fast enough. I know you guys know what I mean. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because my head half the time feels like it's about ready to explode. So, anyway, all this is pure speculation. My opinion only. Everybody on here that's commenting, that I thank you for all your comments. This is all just us talking amongst ourselves, which is legal, and nothing we have said is pointing anybody in exactly whatever direction. Oh, here's more down here. Okay, wow, it comes in as, okay, these are 2 days. Okay, I just can't, I swear, you guys, I can't keep up with these comments. It's great, keep them coming. I just trying to get there. So with the major football player, he played in Ann Arbor that afternoon at 3:30 p.m. It was an afternoon game. I will look into this as well. I already started to big pieces possibly together. Yes. And that, when I stumbled upon that, you guys, oh, geez Louise, it was so weird how I found it. And then when I found the bird, you guys, no one ever mentions the damn bird. Do you guys not hear the bird in Linda Lane? It keeps saying Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. It's part of it. Yeah, there's a scanner. There's like the police thing in there. I hear that too. This is totally different. Like when, like in the very beginning, when one of the girls came over, and you could hear them talking, like right there by the camera, and saying something. They weren't talking to, I don't know exactly who they were talking to. I think that's when one of the girls says Candyman. Excuse me. And you coming? She says Candyman, and now that's kind of a little bit scrubbed from there too. But I've saved that video, but now it's hard to find in there, and I haven't heard any like of the new people that are coming on, when they're breaking down those videos and they're saying, telling what people are saying. I've not heard one of them mention the name Candyman, and it's in there. It's definitely in there. And right when she says it, I think you can hear Charlie then. Oh, you can also hear him say Charlie when the girl's yelling when the car takes off, and she's like, sounds like she's yelling Charlie, and then she says, Charlie, I see you, or something like that. You can hear the bird say it there. So that bird is a warm weather bird. So wherever that bird was, it had to be in a vehicle that was either running and staying warm, because it was cold that evening. That was cold then, right? So it had to be either in a car staying warm, or in somewhere near there in an apartment or something, but still the door or window would have had to been open to hear that bird as well as I did. But no one mentions the bird. So when I ran across Liz with her beau, who is the football player's brother, and he said like something, his parrot whisperer, something, happy birthday to his parrot whisperer, I think, and he was talking about Liz. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I felt like someone had just put something in my lap, like a very big gift. And so I was like, okay, I got to find this now. And then lo and behold, there it was, her right there with the parrot on her shoulder. And I was like, thank God. I thought I was going crazy because nobody was mentioning the dang bird. So there you have it. That connects Linda Lane right there. Them to Linda Lane, doesn't it? In my opinion, it does. I mean, and from exactly what I see, unless they're playing games with us, why would they play those kind of games? Because that would be putting them right in the midst of all of it. Why would they do that? So as these photos are coming back and these little posts, people better nab them up as soon as they see them, because if they don't, they're not going to be there. Yes, it was Kim's daughter's roommate that went to Wazoo, and her vandal football boyfriend was Jack and Adam's alibi. I think his name is, oh yeah, so okay, so there is this one. Now this is the Schuster guy. Okay, so remember when I posted this one video, and I didn't even put any names on it. It was just the photo, and Kim got really upset with me and threatened me to take that down. So that video is still on it's on private on my channel, and there was that one, and there was two of them that she got on me about. Now what's scary for me is that Kim, I have talked to her on the phone. She has my phone number. I think she even knows where I live. So that's a problem. Because if this isn't the same Kim, if it's not the Kim that she's saying she is, and it is this other Kim, that means that the people that were at Linda Lane during that time also know about me and where I am. Which is effing scary. I need a security camera myself, right? So, I think it is Liz K's white car, but I think it's a edit Kia Optima. She's in a red dress standing beside her friend Lillian B. I sent these photos to Lana months ago, and the GT is Molly G, Grace H, and Peyton Campbell. Yes. I think LK and JK were the Queen, LL, Linda Lane, and involved on that end. Jack K being the driver, no idea. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, User Deb. User Deb, Jack Schroeder wasn't that MM's boyfriend? I need to go listen to, wait a second, MM. Yeah, oh, okay, wait. Okay, now let me see. That was not Peyton. Who was that? Oh man, because that was on one of the. So that was on. It was a Peyton, I think, because that was on that video that I did that Kim was so upset about. So I need to go listen to her details again. I believe she said also something about the white Elantra was parked in front of her house the whole summer. Yeah, she did say that. That's right. And she said, across the street, I vaguely remember, I am on the hunt for the interview again. I just believe Drunk Turkey deleted it, and the Chronicles of Olivia as well. Wow. So this is how fast things are disappearing. Are they being threatened? And is that, how can that happen? How can you be threatened? How can people come and threaten you and just get away with it? Me chasing cars. That's a great name. Hello, I love your videos. Thank you so much. I'd like to point out the car model at 55 seconds in. I initially thought it was a Honda Accord because of the taillight shape. However, the model doesn't match. So I looked further into it and I found the car model, and it for sure is a Kia Optima hybrid. MK3 produced between 2010 and 2015. The difference between the MK and the MK3 and the MK4 is hard to see. Though on the picture there is a chrome doorstep protection feature that was only fitted to the MK3 model, not the MK4. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Very, very good. Very good. So in the Linda Lane thing, when I first realized, when I saw the white car behind Liz, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And that's immediately, I jumped on to the Linda Lane footage and I did the timestamp when the car pulls in, reverting back to the Venmo, the 3:30 a.m. Venmo. And I'm like, you got to be nuts. Are they not, they're not very bright, thinking they're going to get away with this. If that's they're letting, I'm just like, whoa, you got to be kidding me. And you can hear the car come in, drive in, right? Cat's in the cat box. Sorry about that. She's on a mission right now. I think she's trying to stay warm. I got the heat on. It's really cold in here right now. I'm in my onesie. I have a leopard onesie on right now. It's very cozy. But so when I went and watched that video, I was like, wow. So you saw the car pull in, and then, I don't know if this has ever been talked about, but it pulls out and you can see the lights. You can see all the light pollution that's coming in between the two queen apartment buildings, where there's like that tunnel, it's like a megaphone, like those you blow into, like at the games, it's a cone, it's small at the end where your mouth goes and it gets wider. That's just like what those in between those Linda Lane apartment buildings I call the Twinkies. That's what the sound coming through there would be, just like that. But that's not where most of the sound was coming from. I believe, in my opinion, most of the sound was coming from that Linda Lane where the dumpster was, that end apartment, which I believe is the person who was eyebrows in the Banfield. Yeah, I think he's a big part of it, in my opinion. So thank you for the car thing, me chasing cars. Thanks for catching that. So many Jacks, Jake, etc. I edited the name above. Right on. Yeah, in fact, Jake, Maddie's boyfriend, that's not even really his name. I think it's Jacob or something like that. And then they call him Rogaine Jack in the 4chan thing, which is, I don't know, just to throw us off. I don't know. So then, me chasing cars. Thanks for catching my mistake. I edited above to Optima Kia Optima. Thanks, you guys, for being so kind to each other. I love that. Thank you for answering each other back when I can't get there in timely fashion. I'm telling you, I'm trying, but it is difficult. Look at how long it just took me to do this. This is 32 minutes right here. 32 minutes I've been doing this video. And so think about like all the comments and all the stuff. And what I try to do now, what I'm doing, which I just recently started, is I will go to, well, maybe I better not show you because then other people will know. Here's the thing. The comments in my comment sections have been being erased, and it's not by my hand. I'm not the one doing that. And from what the people that are making the comments are saying is that it's not by their hands either. So who's erasing these comments? Who's watching? Who's watching my channel? Cat just opened the curtains. Oh, what are you doing, Sunny? She's turning circles. I have like a stand in front of the window. She sits up on there and watches outside. Probably the birds and all the kids and stuff. So anyway. Okay, so I'm going to get this up and loaded. Watch your eyeballs. I'm going to scan for a second. Make sure everything is looked into here. Okay, cool. Thank you, everybody. And this is not, I've got so many people to great comments. And maybe this is part of what I'll start doing, is doing a little something like this too. Because this way, whatever's in this comment section is already documented somewhere else, right? And so, like, if the comments disappear, too bad, they're already here. So I'm gonna have to like get my button gear and make sure I get these done up before they disappear like as fast as they do. And you can tell. So here's how you tell, which I didn't know what it was in the beginning when I first started. It just kind of dawned on me actually maybe a week and a half ago. But when when someone has write something and then you'll see a big old space. There's a big old space in between something. That's not me deleting it. That's somebody else. Because when I've only done that to one, I've only taken one person's comments out. Only one person a few different times. And it was the same person. And when I do it, there's no space left. So when there's a space in there, that's when you know someone's deleting your comments and not by my hand. Okay, so just so you guys know, which I find so disturbing. That's so bizarre to me that they can be allowed to do that. And then it also makes you wonder, who is doing that? Is there somebody that's actually paid to read all these things in here, to go monitor them? You think so? I think probably. I don't know. I would like your thoughts on it, though. So hopefully you guys don't mind that I'm putting this up and that your usernames are up here, because I want to thank you very much for everybody in here, okay? Once again, mwah. All right, have a great day. And keep up the comments. And I'll try to keep up too.